Greetings, my beloved. Thank you for being here. This is Wada Tekidanki. Thank you so much for visiting my digital empire. Here I am to talk about when Jah wants to bless you. What are the signs when Jah wants to bless you? I'm sure you know the song of Bob Marley, in which he goes like, "Who Jah bless, no man curse." And of course, it could be one sign that you're watching this video. It's sign number one. I give you that honestly. So I'm visiting a farm near my home. It's in my neighborhood. It's really lovely. So I'm moving my body. I'm feeling good. It's a beautiful Saturday. So I suppose I just channeled the Majesty, and I get a feeling that it's a continuation of the message that I received in the dream world. So you know the thing about being divine feminine is just we are so intuitive. So that's why in the history of mankind, women have been helping men, while marching in to war, while they want to make a decision, like every king has their queen beside them, advising them and like telling them what decisions to make. So it has always been like that. So I'm so happy that I'm a woman. I love my womanhood, and I'm being helped to enhance that energy, to improve it, to even magnify that energy. It's so beautiful. So anyways, yes, what are the signs when Jah wants bless you? Sign number one is you have met someone who is very close to him, or you've met someone who knows a lot about him. It's just a sign, like you might be a mild rasta, like a mild Rastafarian, like who just knows about the history of the Majesty and Ethiopia, or maybe like people like Bob Marley or the Gladiators, some reggae artists. But then all of a sudden, you are somewhere sitting and you've met someone who is a hardcore Rasta, like who has a pre-established firm connection to the Majesty, and that just, it could be like that person could come in a form of a lover or a friend, or just it could be for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, depending on where you are in life and what you're ready for. That person will come to your life, and it's a big sign. That means that the Majesty wants to speak to you. He wants to reveal himself to you. He wants you to listen to his speeches. He wants you to wonder about how and when your soul might be intertwined with his sense. So that's sign number one. In my case, honestly, before I have manifested my soul group, the first soul group that I had in Ethiopia, that I call Team Zemene Mesafint, the first thing that happened to me was I've met someone who truly know the Majesty, like what he stood for in his lifetime, and Ethiopia, and who even decided to just, to just move to Ethiopia from where he was, and he just took the risk to be there because of the calling. So he had that soul calling. I've met him, and he didn't tell me much, but through the things that he tried to communicate with me, I was able to tap into the memories I had of him. I had of the Majesty and my personal connection to him. So, like some people will just come to drop an information, or they come as your team member, that a team member that you're going to work with once the blessings are given. So how you're being blessed, don't try to control it. Don't try to think about when and or how. Actually, spirit tells you an information like this. Spirit tells you to be prepared to be blessed when you are ready, when you have enough grace to embrace that information. Some of us want to control it, like as soon as I know that something is coming my way that's going to change my life, my first reaction would be wanting to control it or to manipulate it. In that way, you just only delay the process. So you just have to be graciously accepting of this. Okay, the second sign is the line of Judah. You are seeing the line of Judah everywhere. Even if it's not the line of Judah, just a lion, a drawing of a lion. It could be just, for me, when I meet someone who's connected to the Majesty or my mission, I would just, like before or after I meet them, I would see the picture of a lion, or just a painting, or just, like something popping on my phone. It could be like a video that has a lion in it. So a lion is actually a representation of wealth and history, and of course, like many royalties had used it as a symbol to portray the importance of their kingdom. So The lion, when it comes to your way, pay attention to it and just be grateful, like support it with your emotion. Feel some kind of emotion, an emotion of comfort and an emotion of being accepted and loved and blessed. Be in that high vibrational state. So react to it, say thank you to it. A line of Judah is really like, like there's a multiplication of reasons why it was used as a symbol to Ethiopian flag while the Majesty was ruling. So, some historians can help you to understand that. I'm not going to go deeper in this. Okay, the third sign is you are moved to a place where you can actually raise your vibration. Guys, I rented a house, a nice villa house, not a house, but I rented a room for my own, but it has its own living room, a nice kitchen. It's a nice place. I loved it. I wanted to stay there. But I went through a spiritual attack by a hardcore Muslim who happened to be in that place as me at the same time, and he's trying to sell me his beliefs. Sometimes, when I talk about spiritual war, people don't fight with you with weapons anymore. Like it's just about intuition, like having that intuitive communication between two people. So I'm highly intuitive, so I knew that what he was up to. I knew that he's here to exploit the continent. I knew that from the start, so I was not willing to converse with him. I had a very strong energetic boundary from like communicating with him. So he is also has a strong intuition. Sometimes when you are intuitive, you might be getting that intuition, that gift in your family lineage, but you might end up using it for evil, to do evil, for a destructive cause. So some people are intuitive because of their family lineage, like the privilege they have in their family lineage, but they use it to turn against humanity. So he's just that kind of person. So his intuition and my intuition were like, like playing hide and seek. I was not really like, I was just vibrating higher. But then he made it personal and he tried to attack me energetically by just using some kind of word, or I don't know what he did. It's not personal. It's not that. It's because of I used to make it about my gender, about my Africanism, about my background, about everything, I could possibly find. When I was attacked by spiritual entities, or like by entities like negative entities, by the devil himself, I used to make it personal. But not anymore, because like he's got that energy because he is who he is, and I have got this energy because I am that I am. So it's nothing personal. But anyway, that served as a reason. I didn't want to stay anymore because the attack was severe. I could not fall asleep. I couldn't sleep for even 10 minutes. It was a male figure who's trying to, like to attack me in different ways. So I had to leave that place and transition into this place where I have a very beautiful view of a farm, such a wonderful farm, and like a forest. The place is just extremely gorgeous. And the room that I booked, it was a pure coincidence. It's not a coincidence, but it looked like a coincidence. It's a nice one. Like I have a balcony where I can have a view. And then on the first day, the high priestess revealed herself to me, and I was advised by spirit to just go within, to be meditative, to be accepting, to allow for abundance and love to flow my way. So you see, the Majesty, when he wants to bless you, you are transitioned into a place where you can actually raise your vibration. You're changing your city or your home. Anyways, one way or the other, you are in a place where you weren't before, and you are communicating with your intuition. So now, once you're blessed with, like how you're blessed, it could be an envelope coming to your door, it could be like through another human being who just wants to give you money or a kind of asset. It could be even an idea that's going to propel you forward. Whatever it is, don't be fixated by just money. Don't be like, like for someone who meets me, for example, as a stranger, like for someone who meets me for the first time, I can be their asset. I can be their I can give them a direction in life. So there's nothing that's like awful as taking each other for granted. Don't narrow down your relationship with someone. Don't try to identify with it. Don't try to define the future, but like be just relaxing, and don't stress about when or how. When the Majesty wants to bless you, these things happen. So listen to him, honor him, do a research about him, learn about him, understand his language. Okay, it could be like, the universe communicates, everything is in communication with everything else. Actually, everything is communicating constantly, non-stop. It's your ability to perceive the messages that actually make a difference in your life. That's what differentiates you from the mass, like what we call the society. What That's what helps you to stand out. So you better listen to your intuition, never take anything for granted. Take note of the type of people that come into your life, and most importantly, shape yourself in such a way that you want to have a team spirit, you want to work in team, you want to involve as many people as possible. It doesn't matter where they are from, what they have, what gender they are. It doesn't even matter what age, like each and every one of us have our wealth to share, our gift to share, our talent to share. So, God bless I and I am so happy and excited about you. I told you 3 times. The fourth sign is you watching this video, my friend. Rastafari. Selassie.